And I mean, I guess the computer can't take account for the fact that the kid's running out the door and then has to run back in the house because they forgot something. The things that happen just in the world that we live in.
Some of these routes, the drivers had, back during COVID, we done 2 runs in the morning. They'd do an elementary run, and then it was an hour delay, and then we done the high school and middle school. Well, after COVID was over, some of the drivers was continuing to do that, which they were running 2 runs in the morning, and it was unnecessary. Some of the drivers, I told them you can do your elementary run and do the ones that's the furthest out from the school, come in and drop, and then do your local pickups. And it saves us, it's gonna save us on fuel and time and stuff like that if they do a drop and then go back out, finish their run, and come back in.
Okay.
And we're just trying to keep it efficient, but still be effective and get the kids to school.
So I keep asking this question. I'll be done as soon as I ask this last question. So if we were to hire what I'm calling substitute bus driver, it's not the right term. It's more like an itinerant bus operator who is a full-timer, but they only go out when there's somebody's not here. They're basically on call.
Well, we have other counties that I talked to during conference that have, like, their top 2 subs are full-time subs. They're still a substitute operator, but they work every day. They report to work every day, and you just put them where you.
So they're full-time employees, but they're substitutes?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Would that benefit the county if we had that?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mark.
Are we, just to bring it up, so when the term you said, going back or whatever, so we still have elementary kids on the buses by themselves, not high school kids, correct?
Not anymore. That's in the evenings only. Elementary kids, in the outer areas, we always had Spanisburg, Matoka, in your outer areas, we always picked up all the kids at one trip. There's no way you can pick up in each area. The elementary, bring them in and drop them in Spanisburg, and then go back up to each area, get those kids and have them at Whiteview on time.
Do we have the buses that are doing what I used to call hub routes, where they take them from the school and then go to like a church parking lot, and then?
We do still do transfers at certain schools, like at Matoka School, they'll be at Bible Baptist and
Right.
They will pick up the Whiteview, 1 or 2 of the drivers will pick up all the Whiteview kids and take them on in.
Okay.
You good? Anybody else got any questions? Thank you so very much.
Dave, thank you.
Get out of here. I know you
Yeah,
get up
you
early.
get-
tomorrow.
you
You get
got
up
early.
early. You get up a lot earlier than the rest of us, so you're going.
Thank you.
Just lay that right there on the end of that table so people access it. The table behind you, so people
Gotcha.
can grab it when we
And I
need
got a
it.
few things.
Okay, go ahead.
Gotcha.
Thank
Then
you.
Also, Mr. Purdich, for my updates, you have the GSA proficiency level rankings for the past several years. I sent that to you by email and wanted to give you a hard copy of that also. Mercer County Schools GSA data comparison that was put together, and I thank all the team for putting those results in, and Dr. Atkins will go over that here shortly when we do the 23-22 information. Mr. Purdich hit me up and said, hey, what's our enrollment? So I got one Friday, and then I got one today, so I wanted to give you hard copies of that, but also emailed you of where our enrollments are. I think we do 1, 3, and 5, and then where from there. Any others from that date? So I'll get you
Tell them,
some.
what, October?
October
1?
the 10th, yeah.
October 1's our official count.
For the second month report, yes, sir, yeah. Gave you a draft of my goals. Dr. Bowling tweaked and did some things differently there, so I gave you a new draft of those. If anything you're willing to change, I'm acceptable to anything you want to do on those things, but mainly want to hit accountability and academics as much as we can. Effective school standards, I put that in the building block, so I kind of tied my goals there. You'll see some of that. I think that's in a presentation that you have at your West Virginia School Boards Association from Ohio County put this stuff together. This is what we kind of put as our goal to move forward that way with school improvement and moving forward. If Mr. Purdich wants to add anything, but he and Ms. Vice President Jacinta Smith also participated with Dr. Howard Call and Jason Butcher and myself and Dr. Bowling, and we put together some plans of doing some things with the policy. And any update you want to give to them, Mr. Prudich or Ms.
Jacinda,
Sand-Smith?
you got anything?
Just that we're gonna review everything and work with Howard to get it updated. Greg's offered to go through every.
He's got
Nothing
his-
offered, nobody else would do it.
He
Paul
offered,
wanted to
this
challenge you.
is his stack, I think. He's
Mr.
offered to
Hodges
go
wanted to
through every
challenge
policy,
you,
and I
didn't
did
he,
not
Mr.
fight
Prudich?
him for that
I'm
opportunity.
picking on you. I'm picking on you.
We're trying to come up with we all know if you try to find a policy in this county, it's a nightmare. Word search doesn't work. Oh, I know that policy number. You go there, you find what you want, and then you're like, but there's something else I need to find, and you're like, I have no clue where to find it. And that's people that are experienced and know this stuff. So you can imagine what it's like for the public that just wants to find one little thing. So we're trying to do what any good organization would do, which is get rid of policies that were last updated in 1952, which is our oldest, we think. Yeah, and you look at the policy and you're like, we don't even need that in our book. But there's also the idea of merging policies and procedures. A lot of our policies are procedures. I went just briefly as I was sitting here through like the first four, about 20 pages. It should be 2 pages of policy and 17 pages of procedure. Because our employees do need to know if they're going to get sick leave, what the process is, for example. So you have a procedure manual, which tells you all those wonderful things. And you have a policy manual that says you're entitled to sick leave. It's simple, easy to understand, follow. So, and we're also trying to create, through the SESC, a model policy for the state of West Virginia, which we're a member of the SESC, and as we sell those to other counties, we get money back. So it's also a moneymaker for us. So we're trying to do this, make sure that we keep the policies that not only we need, but that we want, and clean things up so it's much more understandable and easy. It's not right now. And that's on us because we're the policy people. We should be doing a better job. So we're going to do that.
We talked about going from, was it 800 pages down to 200 to 300
Right,
pages for the
right.
policy manual, and organized into sections like about students and employees, and put everything relates to students in that one section. So that's the goal.
So right now, it's just like about 820 pages of policy manual. That's way too much. And so we're gonna, between Jacinda and I and Dr. O'Call and Mr. Toman, we're gonna wrench this thing out, and then the board will look at it, make the adjustments the whole board needs to make, and then we'll go forward.
Thank you. And also on my list there, we got a student discipline hearing. It's scheduled for Friday, August 30th at 9 o'clock. And then, as you know, Labor Day is the following Monday, the 2nd, and no school. Also put on here, we'll have monthly superintendent leadership team meetings. That one's Thursday, September 4th. And then as Monday, you get the update from Mr. Atkins, the construction updates. I send that to you. He sends those off pretty early. He'll end up beating me on my 6 o'clock email I shoot out pretty soon. But he gets those out. Then we tweak some of the things, put some titles on the pages and all that. But Dr. Bowling, I believe, put all that together for you. You got a Timberwood update written along. Huh? He put the, okay, gotcha. I'm sorry. Gotcha. You just got it to me. Thank you. And I'm in the middle of all that. Thanks, Mr. Atkins, for that.
Just one question on there. You mentioned this earlier, but do you think we'll be under roof when the time weather hits? We'll be under roof. All
Are
right.
we still gonna plan some tours for
I was
us?
just getting ready to say, we're having a board meeting Friday morning. It might be an opportunity for some board members, if they want to.
And you're not making any
To go
decisions, so I
over.
think to set a date for that, I think it's no different than you walking through a building, so that's a
Well,
pleasure of you
that
all.
is true. I mean,
know,
as
if
long
you
as we
want-
don't talk as long as we don't talk shop,
And you'll
just
just
talk
be
about the
walking through
building.
there, and you really can't talk
Uh,
much anyhow, Mr. Atkins, with some of the
It's
noise.
pretty
yes, sir.
loud, yeah.
Yeah, you talk,
Well,
so,
let's do that then. Let's do it after the.
and just
after the hearing.
Well,
maybe,
Jim and I have a brief meeting with Mr. Gerhart in an attempt to gain some financial benefit for our school system.
Oh, okay. That's right
But-
after.
Right after, but, and that's gonna last however long it lasts. The rest of you are definitely welcome to go if you want to.
Okay.
and then a simple text to Mr. Atkins and myself, because just worry about where to
You
park
wanna
and
go?
worry about nails and things like that is probably the biggest headache.
Should you come and pick us up?
We can get that little bus if you wanted to.
Well, it's only gonna be Mark,
It'd
can
just
you
be 3
go?
of them.
All
Can you
right,
go
Tom's
Friday
truck.
to tour Timberwood? Okay, so it'll just be me and Paul. You can pick us up in the truck. I'll call
right.
shotgun. He can-
Boy, that's an early call, man. Wow, that's a 5 day in advance.
I mean-
Wow,
Good.
wow. I'm
Mr.
impressed,
Atkins, she
man.
got shotgun guaranteed, doesn't she? Lady.
I'm putting that back here for future reference, man. Be ready. Be ready.
And President
All right.
Prudich, that's all the information,
All
unless
right.
you have any questions for Mr. Atkins on the Timberwood update.
Anybody else have any questions on Timberwood? It looks pretty good.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
like we're getting there. It's exciting. It's nice to see. Okay, we have one citizen's input, Betty Powell. She can use that mic right there, or she can go over there and use that mic, but we need her to use the mic. I think that is it.
There you go.
Just remember, by board policy, you got 3 minutes.
Start now.
There.
Mine's going to be really brief, though,
That's
just
fine.
because I've already
Sure.
addressed you all regarding digital ticketing. But today was an extremely overwhelming day for me. Well, it has been already the beginning of the year. But today was really bad, and it was just a scrimmage game, and we only had 2 cash boxes. Now, granted, if we had 4, it may have been better, but what I wanted to pass this around for you all to look at, because this is our ticket logging that we have to do. And this right here is a headache when, and I fixed some of these numbers before I realized, you know what, I'm gonna save this just so you can understand what we financial secretaries have to go back and fix. And I spent an hour and a half over my workday trying to figure out things. Now, maybe it's my fault and I need to be a little better, but when it's this simple, it shouldn't take that much time, but it did. And also, I want you to note that we sold 919 tickets at the gate, but 717 online. So that tells me that there's only 202 people that didn't buy online. That if we push to online ticketing, I don't think it's going to hurt us at all. And that was just a scrimmage game. But I really feel that if we move to digital ticketing, it is going to take away so much headache. I mean, it is just, and we did get some phone calls asking, are we still selling? Because a lot of people feel that other counties went digital, that they understood we were going completely digital. Fortunately, I had to tell them no, but it was okay. And I hope that, I'm not sure if maybe Leslie or Jordan could check with GoFan and see if we can do a scan for those who can't buy it online, if we can do a scan at the gate for admission with a card.
credit card.
Like a card. And we're actually hoping that maybe we could do that in our concession stands using our QR code. But we're gonna move forward and get the digital ticketing underway. At least I hope so.
Well, you'll note that it's on the agenda today.
Well, and I guess I'll hang around.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
23, 22.
Let's do 23-22 now.
Wins.
What happened? Oh, the mic.
Dr. Atkins,